Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Bloodborne. Previously, we cleared the first two layers of the Cursed and Defiled Labyrinth, where we eventually faced off with the Watchdog of the Old Lords, or Spicy Doggo, and that actually went a lot more smoothly than I thought it would. And so we are going to press on into Layer 3 and hopefully bring this labyrinth to a close. Now, if I recall correctly, this place is just not fun. We got I think, some hard enemies right at the doorstep here, and I do believe the boss room is straight across, unless the labyrinth changes on consecutive playthroughs. But I don't know if I'd actually remember that because they all look kind of samey to me anyway. And I do believe there are some. Yeah, there it is. There are some patrolling enemies here. Now, keep in mind that thing patrolling, not counting the doggos with it, was one of the boss fights we did previously. Twice. So, um, I'm just going to say, be careful. There are a couple of summons here, but I may not have the runes on for them. So, I do not want to deal with the doggos. Can I deal with them? There you are. Oh, crap. Oh. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is bad. Woo! Those were hard before we had half health, alright? And this was a literal boss fight. Let's see if I can handle her on my own. Oh, she's easier. Gotcha. Okay. Now, like I said, about the worst thing they could possibly do to us at this point is a bell-ringing maiden. And, I don't know why my mind's jumping to that, if that's something they've actually done to me. And I just, don't remember quite. But, the trauma on your mind keeps it fresh. Loran was definitely the worst for the spiders, if I recall, but... Okay, so... let's scope the room really quick. We have a door that's locked. We have a door that's completely open. And nothing here. And we have a door here. I guess you're on the opposite side of the room. We'll start with you. I honestly don't remember this layer. Now, I do believe some of the summons down in this pits of hell here are tied to the League. So if you have the League rune, you might be able to summon some additional help. I know there's at least 2 summons. One of them's through the boss gate, I do believe, and the other one is way before that. Or not way before that, I think it's off to the side of the boss room. It's almost not worth getting because of the doggos. And I will say again, the amount of resistance I have for physical damage, I think is making a huge difference compared to the last time I played this. Because I can definitely tell that I'm not dying as quickly as I have in the past. I think my endurance might be higher than what it was. Right now it's maxed as far as to where I want it to be. Here's something. I don't know if it's above me or past the door or what. I tested this, right? It's gotta be above me. Those footsteps sound like they're above. One thing I was thinking of that, and I think I brought this up, that might be a kind of an interesting alternative to some of the tactics that we've been using with some of the harder bosses, could be a little bit of leveling into the firearms, some of the heavier ones. The church cannon is one that I have in particular in mind. I've heard that it can be pretty devastating to some enemies. You'd only have like a few shots out of it at best, but the problem is, of course, you need arcane for it, which I don't have a lot of right now. And so I'm actually really looking forward to playing around with the arcane in New Game Plus, because that's where we'll really be able to use it. And I've been told it's not that you need to actually level you don't need to really level the arcane to make it worthwhile. In fact, most people have said that the magic in this game isn't really worth leveling at all, but that there is some minor benefit to, to getting it to a point where you can use the items at least. I have been told, not told, I guess. I have heard. I don't know. Is someone telling you if they're telling you in a video indirectly? I guess if it is, then I've been told that magic builds can be kind of bust in this. So I hear that they're fun, but not necessarily very good. Can I break these? Oh man, I've been missing out here. But I think a big part of the reason behind that is that the magic isn't, comparative to physical damage, the magic's not really necessary in that sense. And if you have enough that you can use the arcane abilities, you're good to go. Now, I'm just traditionally not a magic user in most games, so to each their own in that sense. I think the magic items are pretty cool. Definitely unique in this game. And why do I have a feeling this is going to rope back around to the other room? There it is. Like I said. Yeah, you shouldn't be too bad to deal with. Great. Every time I see one of them, I think, is it a roly-poly or not? How bad is this gonna be? Let's get this over with. Definitely a roly-poly. Oh boy. Ooh. Walked right into that. Oh my god, dude. You're killing me here, literally. Those are the ones you want to watch out for. At the end there, I was just kind of chipping away at his health, so he was pretty close to dying. Okay, I think that's it on this end. Was there another door here? Okay, is that where I don't remember if that's where I came from. Okay. Just to quickly double check. Okay, I think we are good. I kind of want to go over the edge. Okay. And where do you bring me? So that was a conveniently placed shortcut then. Very nice. When the labyrinth actually works in your favor. Now I don't actually remember how to get back. Unfortunately. So, I'm gonna say probably back this way. How did I miss all that? Have we gone through here yet? Definitely not. And that's the door that was locked. Okay. There's the summon. I will invite you. I didn't even check who that was. Oh, Waller. We haven't seen him in a while. Oh my god. Waller's gonna die at this rate. Oh my god, he actually killed Waller. Oh, Waller. I guess it's a good thing I brought him with me. That could have been me down there. So where do you go? I don't like this. Perfect place for an ambush. Opening those chests, for some reason I get the like strong Legend of Zelda vibes. And there's the armor suits again. Okay. There really wasn't much in here. I must get up there from a different path. Chests always make me think of Zelda. Can't help it. Now, I believe there was one more door we could go through. I don't remember if it was just the boss door. Maybe it was just the boss door. Yeah, I was gonna say, I do believe there's another summon. Is that it? Huh. So the game's like, okay, because of what we're throwing at you, the labyrinth ain't gonna be that bad, all right? Other than the whole Keeper of the Old Lord up there, that was BS. But I think we cleared everything. Now the real challenge comes. I've got very mixed thoughts on this fight in terms of like how to go about it. It's only really worked for me well one way, and I don't even want to say well. It's not It was not well, but we need to do some leveling first. Okay, do we have any? Just one. See what we can get level-wise.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire? Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Okay, we got 2 levels, that's good. That goes up for damage. That's not making any difference. We're getting so close on maxing out skill. I think Arcane will be a good backup, especially for the defense it seems to be offering.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Okay, let's stock up on vials again. They'll get us pretty close. That's pretty close to max. I'm going to play with the runes a little bit before we go. I do believe Amygdala does some arcane damage, so I'm thinking all damage reduction plus... I don't know if this is going to make any difference, to be honest. All damage reduction plus 4 arcane and physical is what I'm kind of thinking. Let me look and see. I don't know if there's anything else worth using. I know that it's got some sensitivity to arcane in both elementals. I think arcane... I think it does take... It is sensitive to them. It's not resistant. I know that one. You'd think it would be resistant, but people say it is really sensitive to it, so... Let's go... I don't know, is resistance worth it? I'll just go damage. Let's see, where are we? Arcane... and physical. Wow, I could really pile up arcane. Is this going to be the hardest boss in the game? For me, it is. So far. There's only one labyrinth I haven't gone to, and that's the Great Ease one. So I don't know what's in there yet. So without seeing that, or the sinister versions of these, which I hear, which sound like they're worse, I don't exactly know, but I would say from everything I've ever fought, yes. What's better, physical or arcane? I feel like physical. It does a lot of physical damage, but it does a lot of arcane too, so... Yeah, we'll see. I feel like having the viscerals in there could be helpful, but I don't know if it's worth it, because the likelihood I'm even going to get them is pretty thin. The other thing I could do is... I keep doing that. Stop doing that. Is this thing, because this is not a beast enemy, so... Getting those damage hits in could be really nice. And this has a little bit more range in its main mode. But this is a lot faster. The problem is I don't know, it doesn't deal that much damage. So we can kind of play around with those two. And otherwise I'm going to say... I think I used bolt paper on this, but I don't know if it's really worth it. And I guess technically we could play around with these. I don't know if they're going to help at all, but... Like, again, I don't really use them, so... It doesn't hurt to have them on. I don't know why the game bothers putting a summon there. You can do it with a summon. I've tried it. It has not got me past half health though. So we're going to be going up against another Amygdala. So it's pretty much the same design as the one from the Nightmare Frontier, but way worse. We're at half health, so a lot of hits can be one hits for us to die, and trying to deal damage on it is tricky, to say the least. So, main points of advantage I've used in my favor on this is if you can get hits in the head, take them. Don't get greedy, because it will destroy you in the process. The arms are weak. Use the arms to your advantage. Don't go for the legs or the tail. It's not worth it. There are a couple tactics I've used. If you want to try it, you can try staying under the Amygdala. It's really not, I don't recommend it. You just don't deal enough damage by going after the legs and tail. And you need to heal so frequently doing that because you're likely to get stepped on and knocked around a bit. And there's the off chance that when it's thrashing around that it's going to hit you and just outright obliterate you anyway. The summons can kind of keep its attention. If you want to try the summons, we can play with that a little bit. I don't remember having a lot of luck with them, and its hit points go up if we do that anyway. So the other tactics that I've tried, and only one of them's really worked for me, but I've seen people pull it off. One is that if you're behind it and can kind of hit it in the tail a little bit without the intent of doing a lot of damage, it's just to get its attention. But if you get behind it, it'll do this kind of jump where it spins around and lands basically right on top of you, so that its head is right next to you. You can get in some headshots that way, which can deal quite a bit of damage and possibly lead to viscerals if you're lucky. So you have that as an advantage. That does work if you can manage it. Most people say to stand still if it jumps. I would agree with that. I very rarely ever get hit that way. Don't try to dodge it. You're more likely to get hit if you try to dodge it, from my experience. But honestly, going after it face first seems like a bad idea, but that's where I've gotten the most luck with it. So I think every time I have actually killed this thing, which has only been twice, it's going face first against it, working slowly on the arms and head. So we'll just kind of see how that goes. Keep in mind that it's got the slam attacks where it kind of slams down forward. Those are what you want to really watch out for. Otherwise, it has the kind of defensive slams where it'll smash its hands down around it. So it'll go for backside and front side if it does that, and there's a good chance you're going to get hit if you're in close vicinity. And about halfway through, I think it is, maybe a little bit after that, is where it tears off its back arms, and its reach increases incredibly. And if it does any arcane in this, when it slams, those are the hits that do the most. And again, it's got a lot of reach on it, so just be aware of that. Like I said, we'll kind of play around with this. I might try it with the summons. I might mess around with Ludwig's versus the Saw Cleaver, because the Saw Cleaver does not deal out much damage here. So we can kind of play around with both. We have plenty of blood vials for now, and we can always go farm more if we need to. Can't even hit the head there. Not a good way to start. So we want to get her to slam down in front of us. We don't want her doing that. Come on. How much damage do we do with that? Oh, there we go. That's what you want to watch for? that's where you start. Bad idea, bad idea, bad idea. That right there, I could make that so much worse on her. Oh. Dang. Oh, that reach, I tell you. Oh, come on. Come on. Nope. What you doing? John. Woo! $100,000 echoes. That's all I get for that? Okay. I'm happy. It's done. Yeah, the face forward version of this is probably the best way, like I said, to kind of not antagonize her. The best way to get hits on her, but those jumps can really work to her advantage, work to your advantage if you can get away from her. And I noticed because I'm not harassing her from the back end. Don't read into that. She wasn't doing the slammy thing as much. She was doing more of the forward attack. Okay. I still didn't use the blood vials. I still haven't used the blood vials. All right. Now that is what we need. Great Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice. Great Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice, a chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal. Great chalices unlock deeper reaches of the labyrinth. Pthumeru Ihyll was the title of both the Pthumerian monarch and its capital. This reveals that while early Pthumerians were mere humble guardians of the slumbering Great Ones, their descendants felt entitled to name themselves a leader. This is the last piece of the puzzle we need to get to that final, that final trophy that you need that brings us into these depths. The first one you get pretty early on when you do the Loran labyrinths. But this is going to bring us towards that last one. And then we can get back to finish the main story. Well, actually, we're going to do this one too, but I still haven't done the Great East Chalice, so I want to give it a try. I guess for me, that's just an example of where practice brings you. So, why does Ease look like an apple? I have absolutely no idea. I don't know anything about the East Chalice. I have no idea what we're getting into going there. Nobody has complained about it yet, so I'm guessing it's not worse than this. This is the one everybody complains about. And look, I didn't even use all my blood vials. Okay, we definitely don't have anything to do as far as getting more echoes, so we're not going to be able to do any leveling. I don't see any reason to use any of these, so I might just sell those. How are we on blood vials? Okay, we barely put a dent in there, so that wasn't too bad. So I'm not going to use these. HP gradually depletes -9. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I'm okay with my basic bitch attack up. Physical damage up. I don't know, whatever it is that I'm wearing. Reduce stamina cost. Attack down. Ooh, the skill scaling. Whoa, okay. Okay, I can see why you might want that. I can see that. I don't know, is that going to counter it enough, though? That's got to be a skill weapon, I suppose. Charge up attacks. Wow, okay. Anyways. Fortify, okay. Mercury still. I need twin bloodstone shards. That's what I'm short on. Mercy blades. So we can get that to 9. Out of the slump. Well said, Clint. Well said. How many of those did I actually need? 4, right? 4 to 5. Okay, then I need chunks. Alright, I just wanted to see. I didn't know if I had any chunks or not. I'll put the chart away. I was mostly wearing that for Spicy Doggo, or holding onto it in case we needed it. I'm gonna hold on to my regular outfit. I suppose we could also put these away. We just need Great Pthumeru, Ihyll, Chalice, and Great Ease as far as doing different stuff. And we have all the items, it looks like. So runes. I'll go back for the Echo runes for now, because I don't think I'm going to need my regular ones quite yet. We might as well farm the Echoes while we can. Alright, that is a good place to close things out. To recap, we cleared the third and final layer of the Cursed and Defiled Labyrinth. We faced the Amygdala, the worst fight in the game for me, at least, I would say. But I can definitely tell where my practice is paying off. I remember the first time how long that took me to do it. The second time, how long it took me to do it. Both of them are much longer than what it did now, so I'm definitely getting better at that. It's nice to see that pay off. Anybody that's played these games and has gone through that, they know what I'm talking about. That payoff is just such a beautiful thing, especially when you start replaying it and realize you're getting through it much easier. No matter how hard that first playthrough goes, it's like every time you replay, you just get a little bit better and better every time. And soon things become so natural that you can really see your own progress. So by defeating Amygdala, we got the last chalice that we need for the game, the one that's actually going to get us to the trophy that we're actually going through all this for. So, like I said, you don't need to do the Loran Labyrinth. You don't need to do the Hintertomb Labyrinth. You don't need to do the Great Ease Labyrinth. I've never done that one. We are going to do them all, but you don't need to. And the main ones you really need to do are the 5 Pthumerian ones, minus Hintertomb and Great Ease, because they are connected, and a part of Loran just to get the Bastard of Loran item that you need for those. So there's really only 5 of them you need to do. And we will recap that again just for the sake of walkthrough purposes. But that's what we need. The Great Pthumeru Ihyll Chalice, that's going to bring us to the boss, Yharnam, Pthumerian Queen, and there's a trophy for that in the list. if you see it. So that is the whole reason we're doing this as far as trophies go. With that being said, let us officially close things out for the night. Thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.